Let me tell you one of the most frustrating truths about money that almost nobody explains properly. You've probably heard this phrase before. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Financial advisors repeat it. Finance books repeat it. Investment podcasts repeat it. Everywhere you look, people talk about compounding like it's some magical force that turns small savings into massive wealth. But then something strange happens. You start investing. You do everything the experts tell you to do. You save money. You invest consistently. You avoid panic when the market drops. And yet, when you open your investment account, nothing dramatic seems to be happening. The numbers barely move. You might see a few dollars in interest, maybe a few $100s after an entire year. And suddenly, that magical eighth wonder of the world starts to feel very underwhelming. If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. Millions of people start investing, stay disciplined for a few years, and then slowly lose motivation because the results look invisible. But here's the important thing. This isn't a failure of compounding. It's something I like to call the invisible wall of compound interest. And understanding this wall can completely change how you think about investing. But before we break down the math behind it, take a moment to subscribe to the channel if you want more honest conversations about money, investing, and how the middle class can actually build wealth in today's economy. Because most financial advice skips the hard truths, and this invisible wall is one of them. Now, let's talk about why compounding feels invisible at the beginning. Imagine someone investing $50 per month. Not a huge amount, but it's a realistic starting point for many people. Let's say the investment earns about 8% annually, which is roughly the historical long-term return of the stock market. After 1 year, that person has invested $600. How much interest did the compounding engine generate? About $4. $4, less than a cup of coffee. That's the reality of small numbers interacting with compounding. Even after several years, the growth still feels tiny. After 10 years of investing $50 per month, you might have around $9,000 to $10,000. It's progress, but it doesn't feel like financial magic. Now let's fast forward 30 years. That same investor might end up with roughly $74,000. Not terrible, but certainly not enough to retire comfortably in America. Now let's change just one variable. Instead of investing $50 per month, imagine someone invests $400 per month. Same investment, same 8% return, same time period. The only difference is the monthly contribution. And after 30 years, that investor ends up with roughly $600,000. The interest rate didn't change, the market didn't change, only the contribution changed. And suddenly, the results look completely different. That's the invisible wall. In the early stages of investing, your contributions matter far more than your returns. This is something many people misunderstand. They spend hours trying to find the perfect investment. They chase hot stocks. They chase crypto trends. They chase higher returns. But in the first decade of building wealth, the math says something very simple. Your savings rate matters far more than your investment returns. Now let's talk about something that most people never learn. Wealth building actually happens in two completely different phases. Phase 1 is what I call the contribution phase. This is the grind. This is where your income, discipline, and savings habits do almost all the work. Your investment balance is still relatively small, so even if the market performs well, the returns don't look impressive. Imagine having $5,000 invested. Even an amazing 10% return only produces $500 per year. Nice, but not life-changing. Which means the real engine during this phase is you, your job, your career growth, your ability to increase your monthly contributions. You are the engine of the system. But eventually something interesting happens. Once your investments reach somewhere between $100,000 and $200,000, you enter the second phase. This is the compounding phase. Now the math begins working harder than you do. Let's say you reach $100,000 invested. At an 8% return, that portfolio might grow around $8,000 per year. That's over $600 per month in growth. And suddenly, the numbers start feeling different. At $300,000, an 8% return generates $24,000 per year. Now the portfolio might be producing more growth than you're contributing. That's when compounding finally becomes visible. But here's the brutal truth. Most people quit before they reach that threshold. They hit the invisible wall. They feel like nothing is happening, and they stop investing. Let me tell you about someone named Alex. Alex started investing at age 23. He saved a few $100s every month. For the first 10 years, his portfolio growth felt painfully slow. It crossed 50K, then 80K, then 100K. Nothing dramatic. But once his investments passed $150,000, something interesting started happening. Market growth alone sometimes added $15,000 or $20,000 in a single year. Alex once described the experience perfectly. For years, I felt like I was pushing a giant rock uphill. Then one day, the rock started rolling downhill on its own. That's the moment when the math takes over. But you only reach that moment by surviving the slow years. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes people make during this phase. They try to speed up compounding by chasing risky investments. Crypto speculation, high-risk stocks, day trading. They think the solution is finding higher returns, but the math often shows something surprising. Increasing your monthly investment from $200 to $350 usually has a bigger impact than trying to increase your investment return from 8% to 16%. And it comes with far less risk. In the early years, your behavior matters far more than market performance, which brings us to a very simple strategy. Instead of obsessing over the perfect investment, focus on increasing your contributions. Treat investing like a fixed bill, just like rent, just like utilities, just like your phone plan. Pay yourself first. And here's a small trick that can make a huge difference. I call it the $50 bump strategy. Ask yourself one simple question. What would it take for me to increase my investment by just $50 per month? Maybe that means eating out one less time. Maybe it means cutting one subscription. Maybe it means redirecting a small raise at work. That small decision might not feel dramatic today, but over 20 years, that extra $50 per month can add roughly $30,000 to your final portfolio. That's the hidden power of compounding. Small decisions repeated over long periods create massive outcomes. And if you're still watching this video, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, because the truth about money is that it's not about secrets. It's about understanding simple math that most people never learn. Now, let's zoom out for a moment. In today's economy, especially for the American middle class, financial pressure feels intense. Housing prices have exploded. Healthcare costs keep rising. Education is more expensive than ever, which means building wealth requires more discipline than it did decades ago. But the good news is that the mathematics of compounding hasn't changed. The rules are still the same. Save consistently, invest patiently, avoid panic during market downturns, and most importantly, survive the invisible wall. Because once your investment pile becomes large enough, something incredible happens. Your money starts working harder than you do. That's when compounding stops feeling invisible and starts feeling unstoppable. So if your investment account feels small right now, if the progress feels slow, if the numbers look underwhelming, you might simply be standing right in front of the invisible wall of compound interest. And the people who break through that wall are not always the smartest investors. They're simply the ones who stay patient long enough for the math to take over. And if you want more honest conversations about money, investing, and how to build real wealth in the modern economy, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because the people who understand money early are the ones who benefit the most later. And sometimes the biggest financial advantage you can have is simply the patience to keep going when everyone else quits.